ShartimusPrime, ShartimusPrime. Reading comics, toys are hella sick, hella whacking it. Taking bad hits, taking bad shit. Subscribe.
Take a picture of my cell phone to see if it makes any sense. It probably doesn't.
Hey, what's up, guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another Marvel Legends action figure review on the Hasbro Pulse exclusive Deluxe Punisher HULKBUSTER armor figure. And oh my god, this thing is hefty as expected. We've got the reused body mold right over here from the HULKBUSTER. Nice image of Punisher right over here, as well as on the back. There's a read up over there. If you want to read it, go ahead and pause it right now. You can see an image right over here with the alternate head. And you get a cool spot varnished red Punisher logo, as well as some panels peppered throughout the top right over there, and not much more at the bottom. And alright, I have not read this Thunderbolts series, by the way. It says Punisher versus the Thunderbolts, so I gotta check that out. I'll do some research on it. But anyway, if you're trying to get your other Marvel Legends action figures, you can do so at
Big! Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below.
And here's our Punisher HULKBUSTER out of the packaging, and this was a silly purchase. Yeah, this is a silly purchase. I don't know if there's could be many people out there that love the one issue where we see this. I don't know if there's more, but it is a cool looking figure. I don't know if I'm going to hang on to this thing, but the more I've been playing with it, the more I like it. I still have a little bit more playing with it to do, but I have taken quite a few pictures already, and I have been enjoying it. I will say that. But anyway, let's get a closer look at those accessories, and then we'll take a closer look at the figure. We got a lot of cool new stuff over here. I really like how the light is going through these effect pieces right here. This translucent plastic looks dope. You can see these little bombs at the end of them. You could rotate them. I haven't tried taking them off yet. And there you go. You can take them right off if you want to, which, yeah, is very cool. Does that happen over here too? Yep, discovering stuff with you guys. So very cool looking plumes over here. I love how the gray looks on these things. I did use an Ulanzi light to get some light on them, which is pretty fun to do. So yeah, you can see how they light up and glow more with having the light through there, which you can't do when you attach it to the figure. But yeah, we get this other one. They are different from each other. They are not identical, so I really like that they are unique. I think they fit on these turrets differently, or turrets, I don't know what to call these, rocket launchers, right? Yeah, these rocket launchers. You could just port them on like that. I guess I can go on either side, but that looks very, very cool. And I'll port them onto the figure in a minute. But while there's not that much paint on this thing, I do like the sculpt, you know? So that's going to be my biggest gripe throughout on this figure is just the lack of paint. You know, I feel like it could have used more paint overall. And I knew that before I got the figure. So, like this right over here, all this stuff could have been painted. It would have looked really cool with some nice silver paint. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to paint it up a little bit. I love the heat staining over here at the end of this Gatling gun. That is so damn cool. I really like that a lot. You get 4 of these effect pieces right over here. They port in nicely. I can only get like a couple of them in there. Then you get these smoky effects that we've seen before. Detroit Steel had these, or one of them at least, and that looks really, really good. I love this fade right over there. That's pretty dope. Looks good when you port it onto this thing, so you can go ahead and do that. So that's pretty bad. How many can we fit on here? I think we can only fit 3 at yeah, you can get 2 of them on there. I can't get more than 2. So that looks pretty damn cool. I do like that. Now, porting this onto the figure, you want the one that has a single... Oh, and one thing I like about this is that you have a ball joint on the Gatling gun while it's attached to the rocket launcher, so you could twist it like that. You can move this independently, and you can shift this up and down like that, which is pretty cool. So I like that. And then we'll get this on the figure by porting it on like that, and we can get this side on right over here. No interchangeable hands with the figure, though. So I gotta admit, I did not read through Thunderbolts number 31, but I did get some panel images over here just to see the fight between Red Hulk and this Punisher HULKBUSTER. And yeah, for the most part, he's got the helmet on while fighting Red Hulk, and I feel like that's like the mode that this is supposed to look like, the mode, the head sculpt that should be on there. I do wish they designed this, and I guess, you know, the comic writers you know, gave him like, I don't know, red eyes right over here, or something that would stand out a little more. While taking photos, it's just really tricky getting a good shot of the face or getting a way to see it, you know, because you have the black over black and it's just tricky to see. But it does look good sculpt-wise. And then you also get this Punisher head sculpt right here, which looks really damn good. Holy crap, I love the detail on this thing. You can see some subtle texturing in the bandages over here that I just really love. This is a really good Punisher head sculpt. Look at that. That is so cool, man. The teeth look great. The paint for the eyes look really good. Or the one eye, looks really damn good. But I did put this on a different Punisher figure. This one right over here. You guys remember this one? I felt like this is like the proper head for this figure. Getting that on there just looks really cool. Took a couple of pictures of him with this body, and damn, I just really like it. Getting this head sculpt on here and getting a little further away, you can see the upper torso and the shoulders here are brand new. Everything else seems to be coming from the HULKBUSTER Build-A-Figure. Now look at that, dude. That is sick. I love seeing all these little bullet holes and scratches, all the scrapes and everything. And the plastic, it just looks very cool. I just wish it had some silver paint to go along with it. So I knew that was going to be there. This figure is going to be a project for me personally. They could have added some paint on the back right over here. That would have been nice, but of course they didn't. But I will be adding paint to this figure, which I don't think you should have to do. Like, if that's something that's bothering you to the point where you're like, nope, not getting it because it doesn't have the paint detail, I totally understand. But I got this knowing that I was going to be painting it a little bit. So for me, I'm okay with it. Not okay with it, more like willing to take on the project. Basically, that's it, is I was willing to take on the project. Anyway, the skull right here looks really badass. Now, if I had to paint any of this, I would have just been like, oh, hell no. But this is pretty cool. These flaps right here, you know, fairly pliable. You can see some of that lower torso right over here. I love all the gashes and the metallic shine right over here. It's got a little bit of a translucent thing going on here. Paint looks really solid over here. The sculpt for the legs, you know, we saw that before with the Build-A-Figure HULKBUSTER. They got a lot of paint on here, so it's looking pretty cool. I do like how the feet came out. Damn. Yeah, the little bits of red. It just needed a bit of red for those eyes. I don't know. I may paint red on those eyes. The red right over here looks really good. And then they added these too. This is not exactly the same as what we'd seen before. Again, some of this burgundy paint right over here just looks really badass. And of course, you could plug these in here too. So you have a place for them as well right over here. I wanted to get a closer look at the silver paint on these toes right over here. And you can see we still get the peg holes and no paint at the bottom of the feet. So the articulation is actually pretty good with this figure. I love how you can move these all the way back down here like this. So freaking cool. And you can rotate them on the ball joints, and they're very easy to port on and off, by the way. I really dig that a lot. And you can move this one around. I already showed how you could slide this forward and back, so that's just a lot of fun to work with. The head can turn side to side. This helmet head only moves, like, it barely moves up at all. The Frank Castle head does move up a little bit more, though. You can shift it forward, down just a little bit. You can rotate the arms a full 360, get the shoulders moving outward just that far. You can move them in, of course, to get a bicep swivel. Single jointed elbow right there. Rotates at the elbow. Rotates at the wrist a little bit. Hinges up and down only a little bit. The diaphragm cut here is pretty solid. Good pivoting right there at the diaphragm. Crunches forward a bit and back some. Can you see it better if I move that arm down? There you go. Then you can move the hips outward. Same HULKBUSTER articulation that we saw before. Forward, back, upper thigh cut. Double jointed knees right here. I'm knocking stuff off, being really rough and fast over here. That's right, rough and fast. Anyway, you can turn the ankle side to side. Moves down, up, and beautiful ankle pivot. To measure out this behemoth of a figure, you can see it, or maybe you can't see with all that reflection there, but it's standing to the top of those launchers around 10.5 inches tall to the top of the head, closer to around 9.5 to 10 inches. Then here's the Punisher HULKBUSTER next to the Punisher right over here with that new head sculpt looking sick. This just looks really awesome. Is this a specific look from a comic that I can't remember? I don't know. Regardless, it just looks really cool to me. Here's a Punisher Hulkbuster next to the Gamerverse Punisher, which is my new favorite Punisher in my collection. I'm not going to do a head swap over here with that, but I will take this head and put it on this Punisher figure just to see how this looks. This is so weird looking. Well, it's not that weird. It's so gritty looking for such a clean body mold, right? I don't know. I kind of like it though. I mean, I don't like the head sculpt more on this body than this one, but I don't know, it's kind of neat. And then here's our Punisher Hulkbuster next to the Red Hulk, which he was trying to bust, but inevitably failed. And then here we have our Punisher Hulkbuster next to the original Build-A-Figure Hulkbuster, and damn. So I misspoke earlier, the shoulders are actually the same, they just changed the shoulder pads, but yeah, this upper torso is the newest bit of the whole thing. I really wish they designed this with a different type of helmet for him. I wish it stood out more, was just a little bit bigger, something that just grabbed the eye more. It's like it has no eyes, even though it has 6 of them. And here's the Punisher Hulkbuster. Next to your average 6-inch scale figure, we have the Marvel Legends Big Time Letdown Spider-Man. Oh my goodness! Oh, I don't think I have a chance today. But maybe I could fight you with love, huh? Hugga wugga? Is that nice? Yeah. Yeah, that's nice. Good. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I did enjoy making it, and I enjoyed this figure. Is it for everybody? It is definitely not. I am not going to highly recommend this figure. I like it, though. I like having it. I'm going to paint it up a bunch more. I thought it looked really cool. I still think it looks very cool. It's an expensive figure, and I don't even really truly fully understand why. I think just the black and silver, all that gunmetal gray, I just like these colors. It looks really badass to me, and I'm going to customize this thing. I already decided in my head, even though it's comic inaccurate, I'm going to paint the eyes red on that helmet. I'm going to add some silver to it, get some dry brushing in there, weather this thing up a little bit, and have an even cooler version of it. So for me, I'm okay having it. I don't like the price though. I feel like it is high. If I remember correctly, I think this thing was $70, dude. That's a lot of money. There's a lot of new added to it. It is a big, hefty figure. So that's like the main reason why I just can't highly recommend this thing, because it's expensive. It's kind of a weird, odd, obscure version of the Punisher right here with the Hulkbuster. Very short-lived. So for me, I'm personally happy with it, but giving it, you know, an objective score here at the price point of $70, I'm giving this Punisher Hulkbuster a SUD rating of...
It's not too bad.
And I'd like to know what you guys think. Is that a harsh score? I'm really trying to be fair here, because like that score is putting aside my personal fandom for mech suits and big robots. I think that's really where this thing really grabs me. But anyway, I want to know what you think. Let me know in the comments below. And give me a follow over on Instagram and on Whatnot if you haven't already. Links in the description, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace!
That's crispy.
Hey, new ShartimusPrime videos. Hey, you should click one. Yeah, click on one of them. Or subscribe if you haven't.
Your face,